Hello everyone, Prasad Amankar, real estate consultant and real estate coach. Today I'm going to talk to you about online purchase, online and offline purchase. Say for example, if you want to purchase any product for you, for your use, what do? You go and buy it from a shop, maybe a grocery, or maybe you want to purchase a new color television, or maybe whatever, maybe a refrigerator, or maybe a smartphone, or maybe a laptop, or anything. What you do today in current scenario? You go online and you check the product, the price and the specification comparison, and you go and buy it online. Or sometimes it so happens that you go to a shop, check all the specification, take all the information from the salesperson in the showroom, and then you go online and then you buy that product for a cheaper price, maybe around 30% or 40% less than the actual price available in the market. Now what happens here is you are saving on some money. Maybe let's say your product is 5,000 rupees, you save about 500 or maybe 600 or maybe 1,000, maybe 10-15% of the total cost. This is what you do. Now some people buy online because they are not getting that particular product in their particular city, or maybe it's not available in that state, so you have to go online. That's a mandatory purchase. You can't do anything about it. But now just give a thought. I am not saying that you must buy from online or offline, nothing like that. It is just a thought which I thought of sharing something with you. And one fine day I wanted to buy a product which was costing about 4,000 approximately, and when I checked it online it was about 3,500-600 rupees with some discount, and the same product was sold by one of my friend. Now if I have to go to that particular place and buy that product, it cost me about 4,500, considering the travel cost and the time. Forget time, not about just going there and purchasing it. You spend a lot of time when you go to a friend's place and buy the product, correct? So what did I decide? I'm saving about 1,000 rupees. If I book it online, I get it within 2 days. I didn't do that. I just went to my friend's place. I paid 4,000 rupees, and its total expense comes to about 4,500. I got the product then and then. I came home, I used the product. I could have saved that so much. I could have saved about 1,000 rupees in the entire deal. What happens next? I'll tell you one real story. Within few days, I get a call from one of the person who I know. This guy he's telling me that his cousin wants to purchase a property, okay, and it's for capital gain tax, so he need to invest like right now in the month of March. Now why did he call me? Why it is so much of urgency? He has been told by my friend from whom I get that product of 4,000 rupees that if you want to purchase any property, you need to go to Prasad Amankar. He is the best person who can guide you. You can sort it out. He can give you the best solution for the property requirements. Now why? And then suddenly I get a call from this person. He wants to purchase a property for his cousin. We meet the next day. After 2 days, we do a follow-up call. After follow-up, we decided to purchase this property. He bought the property. He was looking to buy a property of just 50 lakhs. I managed to sell a 85 lakh rupees property. For capital gain tax, he did not invest so much. But when I showed him that the property which was in a complex, he bought that property for 85 lakh rupees. I made almost about 4 lakh rupees from the entire deal. Now how? By saving that 1,000 rupees, I wouldn't have gone through this particular situation. I would have saved 1,000 rupees by buying that 4,000 ka product online. And just when I went to my friend's place, we sat for 1 hour and more. We are talking, we are building that rapport again. It doesn't mean that if I had to not go to his showroom and buy that product, he wouldn't have recommended. No, it's not like that. It's about visualization. When I meet him, he sees me, he knows that Prasad is into property. I should recommend Prasad Amankar to my friends and relatives and anyone who he knows. It was as simple as that. Saving that 1,000 rupees would have cost me 4 lakhs. I did not do that. Now this is my belief, not necessary that everyone should do in a similar way. In another case, when I'm buying insurance, I buy from a local agent. I've been buying insurance, Mediclaim insurance policy from one of the local agents for past 4 years. I must have paid them 60,000 or more for the product which is for me, for my protection. I did not go online and purchase it online, though it may be cheaper. Now this particular person has given me almost about 30-35 referrals. Imagine how many cases, how many deals I must have closed. Tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, I don't even know. So I don't go online for that reason. Again, a disclaimer, I'm not telling you to purchase the property, purchase anything online or offline. I'm just giving you a thought, I'm just trying to tell you that recommendation, the referrals are very, very important than leads. Imagine you get a lead, you need to go through about 40 leads to close one product, or if an average it may be 40:2. If you are an expert, it could be 40:3 or 5, depends on the product you sell. But if there is some recommendation from someone coming from outside, that one referral is like about 80%. It's about 80% of your work is done, and you just need to do that remaining 20% work. So if you are a real estate agent, you need to do only 20% of the work, which is going out, showing the properties, seeing the properties, giving him options, closing the deal, and doing the entire facilitation of the entire deal till the sale deed is done. So 80% of your 50 to 80% of your work is done when someone recommends your services to a third party. So again, I'm not telling you to purchase your product from online or offline, but I'm just pouring a thought into your mind that sometimes even negotiations is not required. So if I am taking about 2% commission from the entire deal, or 1 month rent brokerage, or 2 months rent brokerage in case of rental, and 2% in case of outright, I wouldn't want my customers to negotiate with me. So similarly, I also don't negotiate so much. I don't negotiate hard on something which I purchase. So for me, it's about, I don't like people to negotiate on my brokerage, because I give quality services to my clients. I'm totally interested, genuinely interested in putting in their investment into the right bucket. So give a thought. Like, I'm not saying again that you have to do it this way. I just told you 2 stories which worked for me for last so many years. It's working for me. Networking has helped me like for last 4 years, and in that entire network we built an ecosystem. We purchase products from different people whom we know, and in turn we certainly get those referrals, and these referrals are very, very important for you in closing a property deal. Give a thought over it. I will meet you next time. Thank you.